Travel news.
What's going on, nation? If you tuned in last night, you know we had an epic show about the new Carnival Rewards program. Well, shortly following the conclusion of that show, I had a message sent to me which made me search the interwebs and find out information for myself. So before we dig into it, let's roll that intro and let's get into this travel news episode on this Friday. Welcome back, y'all. Welcome back. I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me this morning. This show is a little different than what we typically do. I don't really do the travel news show thing. That is not my niche, but I had to do this one because this is an epic topic. And it's going to be a very hot topic as soon as it gets out there to everybody else. But I wanted to be one of the first ones to report this information to you about one of my favorite cruise lines and what they're doing to help improve the cruising industry or improve their platform and being one of the new, not top leaders in the cruise game, but being one of the new cruise lines in the game, right? We're talking about Margaritaville at Sea. Y'all know, you see me drinking out of their cups all the time, but there has been some slight, I'm not going to say announcements because it hasn't been announced, but there's been some slight progress in the third ship that Margaritaville at Sea has acquired. They have purchased their third ship. It's not set to sail until 2026, and there is some epic news coming along with that purchase of 2026. Now, we have all been speculating about where they are going to home port this cruise ship from. Well, I can tell you this. I know where that cruise ship is going to home port from, and so will you as long as you continue to watch this video. So before we get into that, let me quickly invite you to subscribe so that way you can stay up to date with everything going on with me when I'm out cruising these high seas, so I can bring it to you one port at a time. One port at a time, y'all. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Leave a like, leave a comment if Margaritaville at Sea is one of those cruise lines that you want to cruise on, but you have yet to do so. Now, I have been on Margaritaville at Sea multiple times. I've been on the Paradise right out of the pandemic, and I've been on the new beautiful Islander, their flagship vessel that sails out of Port of Tampa. It's about a 40-minute ride for me to get to Port of Tampa Bay, and it's absolutely perfect. Nice little sailaway under the Skyway Bridge. You're in Cozumel, Mexico, Key West, Progreso. Hey, it is what it is. It's a great little itinerary for a quick little 4 or 5 day getaway. Well, at the conclusion of the live show last night, Martin, one of my loyals, has sent me a message about the port of, you guessed it, Galveston. He sent the ship schedule for the port of Galveston to me. I did a little digging, and on that ship schedule, starting in November of 2026, it is Margaritaville at Sea. So there are a few sailings for November of 26 on board the Margaritaville at Sea, and as well as into December. So now we know the new ship, could it be going to Galveston? Could they be moving a ship from another port? It's absolutely possible. There is no ship name. It just says Margaritaville at Sea, which to me sounds like the new ship will be home porting out of the state of Texas, Port of Galveston, Terminal 25. Check this out here. Here's a little interaction with the website itself. Here we are on the Port of Galveston. We're going to go to cruise schedules. We're going to scroll down and go all the way over to November 2026. Why? Because that is when the ship is coming out. So here we are in November. If we scroll down to the bottom, starting the 29th, we have Margaritaville at Sea. And we have it again here on the 4th. Now, if we go into December, we have it multiple times throughout the month of December. So to me, this isn't just a one-off. This is a home port schedule on board the Margaritaville at Sea. Whatever the ship's name is going to be at that point of time, we still do not know. It is going to be sailing out of Terminal 25 and Terminal 28 from what I can tell based off of this schedule. Now, nothing for January of 27 yet, but who's to say they're not going to be continuing to sail that long? It's going to be the new home port, in my opinion. Now we'll make our way over to the Margaritaville at Sea website. No departure port for Galveston, but let's change the dates and see if that makes a difference. And it does not. So currently there is no port of Galveston on their website, but there is multiple sailings still sailing out of the state of Florida. West Coast, East Coast, Port of Palm, Port of Tampa Bay. That's what we have. So there's currently no sailings out of the Port of Galveston listed on the Margaritaville at Sea website, but that doesn't mean that they're not going to home port there. I hope this gets you as excited as it does for me, because that means Margaritaville at Sea now has another home port, and it is not in the state of Florida like everyone has speculated. It's not going to be Port Canaveral. It's not going to be Port Tampa, Port of Palm, Fort Lauderdale, Miami, Jacksonville. It is going to be Galveston, Texas. Now, could this be a seasonal thing where they are there for a few months? Absolutely. And then go somewhere else? 100% that could be the possibility. With Princess pulling out of the state of Texas, it makes total sense for Margaritaville at Sea to make their way into Port of Galveston. You have itineraries that go to Progreso and Cozumel now from the state of Florida, and it would be easier to get to those itineraries from the good state of Texas. So to me, this is great news. I really hope this is 100% factual information. I brought it to you right from the websites themselves. If the websites are lying, get at the websites. But I really look forward to seeing and hearing more from Margaritaville over the next few months about this new ship that they acquired, as well as the new home port for this ship. I appreciate each and every one of you for hanging out. On your way out, hit that like and subscribe, and check out the live from last night. It was a spicy one, because we talked about nothing but Carnival's new VIFP rewards program. Listen, it's not one of the best, but it is a travel rewards program nonetheless. And it's not a loyalty rewards program. And that's my 2 cents, and that's my 2-second opinion on it. But be sure to like and subscribe on your way out. Until next time, you know what to do. Y'all stay naughty. Peace. I said peace.